guys, it's Gillie, and we're back with a new game that we're going to take a look at today. And this game is called FTL, which stands for Faster Than Light, which is a warp drive on the spaceship that you control. It's a great game. You get to control a little spaceship, including the crew and the systems and the weapons, as you go through space, kind of in a mix of a choose your own adventure, if you remember those books from when you were a kid, and a mix of that with some fighting and micromanaging of your crew and your ship. So it's a really fun game, and I was thinking about doing a full playthrough, and I was maybe gonna do a full playthrough, but then I had a little bit of issues with some footage in the middle, so I super apologize for that. So this is actually just gonna be a glance at Faster Than Light. You can see what it's like and see all the different systems. We're gonna go through a couple of sectors, so it's a pretty good look. And sorry again about losing some of the footage, but hope you enjoy. So first of all, you can pick which ship you want to play, and you only start with one ship, and then you actually unlock all of these ships. This is a roguelike game again, so if you die, you start over, but again, it has the awesome unlockable options here. So you'll see there's some type A, there's also type B ships, and then type C, which I actually haven't even started unlocking. I got most of the type B except for these two, and then all the type B A except for this one. So each ship is different, has different guns, crewed by different type of aliens or humans, and they all have kind of a sort of unique playstyle in some manner. So it's a super replayable game because you have just a ton of different types of ships to play with. So we're gonna just stick with the basic beginning ship, which is the Kestrel, and we can actually rename it, very customizable. So I wonder how many letters I have. So there we go. The potato boat. Kind of looks like just some sort of crappy potato out in space. It's not the best ship. It's pretty much your basic ship. It's decent at everything, but it's not amazing at anything. And then you start with 3 crew members. You can see them here. We got a pilot, we have a weapons person, and we have a engineer. So we are actually going to rename them. So first of all, up here, this one is going to actually be Pocky. And this is a small shout out to Pocky because he's the one who showed me this game and told me I should play it. So he can pilot our ship to its great and amazing destiny. Next, we will rename this one. Let's see. We'll do Weber because that sounds like a good name for somebody who shoots a bunch of guns. And then this one is going to be Charlie. She is just an engines complete expert. So she just gets to go and take care of the engine right here in the engine room. Oh, wait, actually, I think this is Charlie. Okay, Charlie can shoot the guns. Likes the big weaponry. Weber can just sit in the computer and tap, 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 take care of the engines. So this is our basic ship. We have all these rooms here, which I'll go over when we're playing. And let me start with these 2 guns. And we're just gonna play it on normal. And let's get started. Okay, so first of all, we're starting out, we have vital information. And we're part of the Federation fleet. And we're getting chased by some rebels. So we're trying to stay in front of the rebel fleet while carrying our super vital data to the Federation fleet as we go through space here. So here's our ship. We're out in space. Oh, it's beautiful. Look at that nebula on the planet. And basically how this works is we're going to jump between different systems, and each system can have a ship there or a little adventure that you can pick different options in, and different things happen. And every time you play, it's completely different depending on, you know, what options you pick and what star systems you jump to. So let's get started on our first jump. So here's the map. We can go to any of these spaces that are connected to our current locations. We can go here, here, or here. And then there's nebula ones, which are these blue ones, and they sometimes mess up your camera or your engines, but they slow the rebel fleet from pursuing you for a turn, which is very handy. So you can go to more of these other dots if you swing down to nebulas because you have more time from the pursuing ship. So let's first start. Let's just pick one of these. We'll go with this one because we want to head down here to the nebula eventually. So we're in a civilian sector, and eventually we want to get to this exit. But first we want to get to as many of these lovely dots as possible because we can get tons of stuff for our ship and we can upgrade our ship. It'll be fantastic. So we'll jump down here. And then we'll see what happens. Okay, so we spot a small rebel ship nearby. Oh, that's the enemy. It seems to have been refitted for transport rather than combat. It does not seem to want to engage you or your ship. So we can either demand the surrender of their goods and try and get some stuff, or avoid the ship. And I'm going to demand surrender of their goods because, you know, they're the enemy. I really need stuff for my ship, so let's do it. Uh-oh. So it looks like they're going to fight us now. Because we demanded that they give us all their delicious food in their cargo bay. So, oh, it looks like they're actually trying to run away. Okay, so we're gonna just pause the game here. So basically how combat works is you have your gun systems, and you have power in your engine, and the engine powers these different systems down here. So you can turn off things like this, and then the engine power is just stored. And so you can turn on things like this. So we have, this is our shields, which is this dot right up here, and this bubble right here. This will block one bullet from anything other than a missile. Missiles avoid shields. So what's going to happen is they're going to hit us and it's going to recharge. So we want to have power to our shields, because if we turn it off, we won't have a shield on. This is engines. Engines give us evasion, so you can see that I have evasion right here, 20% evasion with 2 power in engines. This is our medical lab, but we don't really need to heal anything because none of our little crew members are hurt. Oxygen, very important because you have to breathe. And then our weapon system. So we have 1 more power here. We can put it either here or here, and we're going to put it here. And then our weapons will start charging. We also have subsystems that don't require any power. They're just on if you have them. It's camera, door control, so your doors open and close, and then pilot evasion. If the pilot has to leave his post and like go to the bathroom or something like that, or maybe eat some lunch or whatever. So we have our crew members, and the crew members can actually level up. So every time, you know, Charlie here shoots a weapon, they'll get a point in the weapon skill, and then they can level up. And the weapons will start shooting faster as they get more adept and stuff like that. So you can manually do your guns, which is usually the best idea, but sometimes I get a little bit lazy. So we get to target where we want to shoot. And we want to shoot their weapons or their shields so that they don't shoot us, because this weapon is going to hurt a lot, because that's a missile. So you notice we have a missile too. We'll send the missile on theirs. So any lasers just can pretty much shoot constantly without using any ammo. The missiles take 1 missile. Here's my missiles. I have 8 missiles. I have 2 drones. I don't have any drone systems yet. And I have 15 fuel. And a fuel is used each time you jump between a system. So we'll unpause, and we'll just watch our weapons. So they're charging. They have to charge a little bit. They aren't just ready to go. So, oh no, here comes a missile. Okay. So you can see poor Weber just got blasted in the face with a missile. So now my engine's damaged. And so it's 1 less power. So I have less evasion. And he's furiously trying to fix the engine. Good job, Weber. You're the best. But it takes a little while. So if we just let this go here, you'll see that he's slowly fixing it. And as soon as he fixes it, we can put a power back in there, and then he'll dodge. So we're just gonna sit here, and we want to keep their weapons. We want to keep our gun, focus on their weapons, because we don't want to be shot. The only issue is they're trying to get away, so we will try and shoot this pilot up here and hope to hit it. So how the shields work is, if you notice, I have a burst laser which does 3 shots, and they have 1 shield, so it blocks 1 hit. I also can just straight up miss their ship, despite the fact that it seems really huge and directly in front of me. But let's just imagine it's a little bit further away in space, because I'm sure it is. They just have to fit it on the screen. Oh no! Okay, so yay, I killed the ship, first of all. and it was carrying drone schematics, and then nothing remained, sadly, because I kind of blew it up. But I did find functioning drone parts, so I got one more drone, so I'll go up to 3, and then I got scrap. So this scrap right here is actually money. So just think of it as money. It's kind of a weird symbol, but it's money. So you'll notice that I took a missile right to my camera system, so my ship went dark. So I can't really see my rooms anymore, which is really bad. So we want to take Charlie here and send her over here to fix that camera. Get it done, Charlie. And then Weber is going to run over to the med bay because he's a little bit yellow. So you notice he leveled up a bit. He's got a little bit of green there. Charlie got some green in the weapon system. Then Pocky got some green because he's been evading. So let's jump to a new system. Okay, let's keep heading to the nebula. So we'll go here. Ooh, this is a nice red planet. I jump into a field of debris. Oh, my poor ship. It appears a battle recently took place here, and the loser seems to have been a civilian ship. A message was left on repeat before it was destroyed. Rebels attacking. Please send aid. So the rebels destroyed some civilian ships, and they sent out a message for aid. The responsible rebels are likely still nearby. So we can either just leave, not bother, or we can go hunt down those darn rebels that are hurting civilians and put them out of their misery. Let's do it. Okay, so it's kind of similar looking ship, same colors because it's also a rebel, but this one probably, it doesn't seem to have a missile gun. So let's, I'll talk about that in a second. Let's get our gun going. So this is a drone that he's attacking me with. So annoyingly, it's hitting me and getting rid of my shield, see? So he just keeps hitting my shield, and if his gun wouldn't have missed, he would have hit me square in the face. So the bad thing about being hit is, as you saw, the camera got damaged. Boo! And then you can't see anything. You can also have everything damaged. Engines can be oxygen, anything here. Rooms can start on fire, which you'll probably see a lot of later because despite the fact that it just looks like white tiles, these floor panels are, for some reason, ridiculously flammable. And I don't really know why. But you can see, I get hit by a missile, and it started on fire. Okay, so this happens sometimes. If a ship's desperate to live, they'll offer you something, to surrender. But that's kind of crappy. They're like, they give me one fuel, one missile, and $8. $8 scraps. No thanks. So we're gonna continue the assault and finish him off. So Charlie, first of all, had to put out the fire, and now she's fixing the camera. Good job, Charlie. Oh, we're gonna check. Oh, yep, there's a fire. So a really good thing to do if there's a fire is just open the door, because fire can't survive without oxygen. So you just open the door, and now look, I closed it, and the fire is out. We'll send Weber over here because we don't want any of our crew members to die. And if anybody invades and our little puny humans are sitting there like just a little bit of yellow, they'll probably just die straight away. They're pretty pansy. They're not really great at the fighting. So we'll send them back. And as you saw at the end there, I got some other stuff from killing that ship. So the bad thing about getting hit is you have your shields to protect your ship. And then if it takes damage, you also have this hull meter here. And if this hull meter ever gets to 0, the game ends and you die. And your ship explodes in a violent, fiery explosion, and it's slightly traumatizing, so let's try not to have that happen. Okay, so our ship seems pretty good. Everything's repaired and working. All our crew members are green. And let's go to the next area. Okay, so this, you'll see right here, is the rebel fleet. Dun dun dun! So next turn, it's gonna be here. So we have to be careful to stay in front of that, or we could be in trouble. So we have to check our course to the exit. Okay. So if you go over here, it's going to slow down because it's nebula. But you'll notice the nebula is made of like blue, purple, pinkish, mix of colors, cotton candy goop. I'm not really sure. But if you notice, our camera is out. We can't see. Oh no. So in the nebula, we see a number of derelict ships near the beacon. After a short time, you hear the telltale sounds of a teleporter and shouts coming from within the ship. You've been boarded. Dun dun dun. See, this is exactly why I heal my crew members to green before jumping to any new beacons, because at any moment, a horde of dudes could just, bam, descend on your ship. Okay, so it's only 2. and we pause the game. It's nice you can pause the game at any time because there's a lot of stuff you have to do, micromanaging. So we'll pause it. There's only 2 guys, is what I see. That doesn't mean there's more. There's not more like in these dark areas, but and I have 3 guys, and they're just humans. So we're gonna bum rush them in the weapons room. So I sent everybody here. Let's have them run there. Here comes Weber and Pocky. Hold out, Charlie. So they're just gonna do a little bit of fighting. We have to just keep an eye because, as you notice, Charlie's getting a little bit low. We're gonna send her to the med bay because we don't want him to die, because when they die, they are pretty much gone forever, which is terrible. Because you can get new crew members at shops or with random events, but you lose, you know, any skill ups that they've gotten. So, oh, well, Charlie's got a lot of stuff. Got a fighting skill, repair skill, and some weapon skill. Okay, that was pretty easy. It was only 2 guys. Sometimes it's like 4 or 5 guys, and you're just like, ah, and you just run everybody to the med bay and pray. So, okay, that's all that was at that one. But notice, here comes the rebels. Ah, we better get out of here. Pew! Okay, so we're in another part of the nebula. We try and glance at the windows, but all we see is those purple cotton candy clouds. Oh, there's nothing out there, so guess we'll just continue. Uh-oh, I gotta get moving, because if you notice next turn, these 2 will be rebel ships. Run! Ooh, this is kind of a pretty area. Okay, your arrival is greeted by numerous computer alerts. Uh-oh. The nearby automated rebel scout has used a local satellite to deploy a virus to disrupt your shield systems. Hopefully it won't cause further problems before you can destroy it. Oh, that sucks! So, a virus system infected our shields. Oh no, and took them out. Oh no, so we have no defenses against these weapons. We're gonna shoot their weapon area with our burst laser, and then we're pretty much gonna pray because, you know, there's really not much else they can do. Ha! I can use a missile, but I don't think that charges any faster than my burst laser. Oh no, this is gonna hurt. Oh dear. Ah! Okay. Crap. My oxygen got taken out. So the ship's gonna start running out of oxygen. We gotta run over there and fix it. Also, my weapons got damaged. And my piloting. Wow, that was pretty much everything. So when weapons get damaged, it damages bars. And so it does it based on the order of your weapon. So since I had a spare bar, it didn't take out my burst laser, luckily. Whew. Or I'd have been in trouble. But if it would have been like this, it would take out my burst laser. So you always want to keep the weapon you're going to use furthest to the left and everything else to the right of it. And you can always move the order like just dragging it to protect your most important weapon. Okay, so we fixed our lovely weapons. Our oxygen is fixed, so we'll run it back in here to get some bonus evasion. Then, see, they didn't have any shields either, so they exploded too. Oh, okay, so we got 2 missiles, 1 drone, and 19 scrap dollars.